Hello, everyone. It's the LITA Performance Hour, and here we are, and we've got Hali Hammer and Randy Berge and Victoria Ryan and myself, John Gruenstein, and I'll be your host, and I'll be the one who sings that old standby. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and I cried. Sing along! You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy if you will only say the same. But if you come back and let me love you, I'll forgive, I'll take all the blame. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, please don't take my sunshine away. There we go. And now let's move to Victoria. Are you going to do a song and then we'll go to Hallie and Randy?
Yeah, I'll do one. I'll do my normal opener here, which is De Colores, because it's definitely we're getting full into springtime here.
Right.
And the flowers, there's a little bit of blue and gold because we can't forget about the people in the Ukraine. Although we didn't wear anything when Syria was getting smashed, but it's selective news. But we love them. We love peace. I sang La Paloma last week. If there's time, I'll sing my song about the dove again because peace is something we can always keep in our hearts, our prayers, and all. So, this is a great song that I learned from my cousin who's a union guy. And Cesar Chavez, also dedicated to Dolores Huerta and all of you. De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores son los pajarillos que vienen de afuera. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. All the colors we see on the flowers that bloom in the springtime. All the colors of people and birds as they sing in the springtime. All the colors, like a rainbow of love reaching all the way up to the sky. And for all this love full of colors, beautiful colors, my heart has to sing. And for all of this love full of colors, beautiful colors, I'd give anything. De colores, del blanco y negro, azul y castaño, rojo también. Son colores que gente que ríe estrecha el mano. Son colores de gente que saben de la libertad. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. And for all of this love full of colors, beautiful colors, my heart has to sing. Canta el gallo con el kiri, 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 kiri. La gallina con el cara, 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 cara. Cluck, cluck, I heard her say. Los polluelos con el pio, 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 pio. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. And for all of this life full of colors, beautiful colors, my heart has to sing. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. And for all of this love full of colors, beautiful colors, I'd give anything, yes I would.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So Hali and Randy are so good, and we're so glad to have them on again today.
Hi. So it's a day after St. Patty's Day, so we'll play a couple of Irish songs, even though neither one of us is Irish.
We're still green though.
Yeah, I'm wearing my green, and Randy's wearing his. We had corned beef and cabbage at a friend's house last night, so.
A Protestant Kelly.
Okay, so this is a song. When I went to Dublin, Ireland, they had a walking street there, and at the beginning of the walking street, they had this big statue of Molly Malone, and it was really cool. It was like this bronze statue, and I always liked this song, and this is Molly Malone. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, 'twas there I first met my sweet Molly Malone. As she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mither before. And they each wheeled their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and nothing could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. We were thinking last night when we were talking about this song that poor Molly Malone, she worked all her life and then she died and she's still working, which is
Right.
really not
Even
fair.
if, yeah.
Now, this next song is, I love this song because I love the melody to it. The words are all about this guy who gets scammed and sent off. When I sing about Van Diemen's Land in this, that's Australia, which was a penal colony at this time. So, her eyes, they shone like the diamonds. You'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. In a neat little town they called Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. And many an hour or sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town, till bad misfortune came o'er me, that caused me to stray from the land, far away from me friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Well, I went out strolling one evening, not meaning to go very far, when I met with a ficklesome damsel. She was selling her trade in the bar, when a watch she took from a customer and slipped it right into my hand. Then the law came and put me in prison, bad luck to her black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Next morning before judge and jury, for a trial I had to appear. Then the judge, he says, me young fellow, the case against you is quite clear, and 7 long years is your sentence. You're going to Van Diemen's Land, far away from your friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. So come all ye jolly young fellows, I'll have you take warning by me. And whenever you're out on the liquor, me lads, beware of the pretty colleens, for they'll fill you with whiskey and porter till you are not able to stand. And the very next thing that you know, me lads, you've landed in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like the diamonds, you'd think she was queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Yeah, I love the chorus to that. The story is pretty dismal, but I love the chorus. So Randy's got one for you.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
let's do one where we both sing.
Okay.
So, if you can see the light in your heart shining every day in your heart, one thing I will say is you'll surely find your way. If you turn on that light in your heart, nothing ever would keep us apart. It would be a perfect start, and you'll surely find your way. Can I turn on that light in your heart? The one you're keeping hid away. Just what I'm hoping for. Now you're asking me to stay. That you're asking me to stay in your heart. And I'll surely find my way to your heart. And I'll surely find my way to your heart. And I'll surely find my way. Okay.
You gonna do another one?
Sure, I could.
Wonderful.
That's the one that Randy wrote.
Great song.
I'll do an old song by the band. So.
But swing the camera over. We can only see half of Randy's face right now. There.
Oh, there we hi. See the happy half, I hope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go out yonder, peace in the valley. Come downtown, got to rumble in the alley. Whoa, you don't know the shape I'm in. Has anybody seen my lady? Just living alone, drive me crazy. Whoa, you don't know the shape I'm in. I'm gonna go down by the river, but I ain't gonna jump in. No, I'll just be looking for my lady. And I hear that that's where she's been. Oh, out of 9 lives, I spent 7. Now how in the world you get to heaven? Whoa, you don't know the shape I'm in. C7. Back to G. I just spent 60 days in the jailhouse for the crime of having no dough. And now I'm back out on the street for the crime of having nowhere to go. Whoa, save your neck or save your brother. Now do like it's one or the other. Whoa, you don't know the shape I'm in. Now 2 young kids might start a ruckus. No, they feel they're trying to shuck us. Whoa, you don't know the shape I'm in. D. There you go. On the spot arrangement.
All right. Very, very, very good following, looking over your shoulder, Hali, I must say.
I love the band. So many good songs.
Yeah,
too.
really. Yeah.
All right. How about
So this is a song called "I Held Your Hand," and this is Purim now, and it's also what's going on in the Ukraine has been really bothering me a lot because my relatives are from that area. It's very interesting because my grandparents always said they were Russian, and they spoke Russian, not in the house. They mostly spoke Yiddish, but my mother said they were near Kiev, and that put them in the Ukraine. So I said, well, they actually might have been in the Ukraine. I checked with my cousins who are older than me, who also they were my same grandparents. And my one cousin said, no, we don't have relatives in the Ukraine. Bubby said she was from near Odessa, but Odessa's in the Ukraine. And then my other cousin said, no, they were from Belarus. And one of them was on one side of a river and the other was on the other. And my grandmother was from a shtetl called Mezhmish, and my grandfather was from Kolchin. I looked them up, and Mezhmish is in the Ukraine, and Kolchin is considered Russia. But the borders were so fluid at that time, it's very hard to tell where they were. So they may have just been on the other sides of the river, and it might have been Belarus at that time. So whatever it is, it just goes to show how interconnected Russians and Ukrainians are. They're not different people, and I don't want to get into it because I'm just going to get depressed. But this is a song about my absolute favorite relative who was always glad to see me my entire life while he was alive. My grandfather's, my Zadie. It's called "I Held Your Hand." In the softened light of dawn, from her room she would be gone, padding through the house, a little girl of 5. To your bedroom she would creep, arousing you from sleep. You'd smile as she would cuddle by your side. Then in the language where your tongue would flow like water through a stream, so unlike the ones you sometimes had to use, you spun stories of the rabbit as vivid as a dream, till we heard sounds of the family coming to. From my Zadie, my grandfather, cherished hero of those days, I learned how a hand that trembled could be strong. I learned how a calm intelligence and quiet, gentle ways could convey a meaning deep as any song. Never angry, never scolding, magic hand that I was holding, molding me into the person that I am. I held your hand. Ooh, I held your hand. Age takes away our childhood and replaces it with memories. Some are buried deep, some rise up on demand. Some are blurred to a pastel, and others weather well, like the silent, steady comfort of his hand. I was 19 when the phone alarmed us, forcing us from sleep. We dressed in a haze of unbelief, dismay. And we rushed to your bedside, though I knew that you had died. I knelt by your side and wept there where you lay. Thinking back on all the years reflected through a veil of tears, I stayed as you went off to another land, and I held your hand. Ooh, I held your hand. Now the world's a different place, moving at a swifter pace. But in my heart, I'm still that little one who looked up to my Zadie, tried to emulate his ways, while the roller coaster ride of life went on. All the lessons that you taught me and traditions that you brought me are ingrained more than I'm sure you ever planned. And when I need something to guide me, or a special light beside me, and I reach out for a soul to understand, I still hold your hand. Ooh, I hold your hand.
Wow.
Ooh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, that one,
Oh,
I
baby cry.
I play that for my mother, and she started to cry, and my father came in and he goes, "You're making my wife cry. What is wrong?"
Did you write that, Holly?
Yes, yeah, I wrote that about my grandfather.
Wonderful, wonderful.
When I was a little girl, we spent summers. He had a cottage in the mountains in Jersey, and I would get up and 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'd be up, and everybody else would like shoo me away, and I'd go into him, and he'd open his eyes and smile and tell me stories.
Mm.
He'd tell me the stories in Yiddish about a rabbit. I think the Husin or some kind of name for the rabbit. I forget what it was at the time. So I'm going to just do one more tune for now,
Okay.
and it's called "In a World Gone Mad," and everybody can sing along because it has a very easy chorus, and it's really about happiness and about good things. And for every 4 lines of things in this song that are wrong with the world, there are 8 lines. Where's my hand? 8 lines of things that are right, because I really do believe that that's what goes on in the world. It's mostly good, even with all the bad stuff you hear. And here's your chorus. It goes, "In a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you. In a world gone mad, in a world gone mad,
In a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you.
There is global warming, mass pollution, governmental prostitution, defilement of our constitution, soul and body destitution. But there are those who will aid anyone who undo ills that have been done, who make the time for helping one-on-one, who can change the world and still have fun, who feel empathy is an attribution, and love should be shared without dilution. Those who make a contribution and are not the problem but the solution. In a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you. In a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you. Homophobics and racism, unjust laws and crowded prisons, fundamentalist religions, selfishness and egotism. But there's the humble genius, the honest seeker, the ones who cheer you when life gets bleaker, the demonstrator, the peacekeeper, the optimist and the thought leaper. And there are those who will share anything, whose winters look a lot like spring, who take the needy beneath their wing, those who sit with friends and sing. In a world gone bad, in a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you. In a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, in a world gone mad, I'm glad that there are people like you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Is that another Hali Hammer song?
That's one of mine.
All right. You have so many.
We need the world to have that song. You
Well,
gotta spread this video.
Yeah,
It's on YouTube.
I have it on. No, actually, this one.
Actually, that one isn't.
Well, you know, all of the songs that I recorded on my CDs and I put through CD Baby are on.
They put them all on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube
just
with
as audio.
Just the cover of the picture. So this is on YouTube,
Yep.
even though it has no video.
Well, this is
yet.
probably better. It's live, and we got Randy
And
Well, I'm on the live on the other
I'll be
one
playing
too.
that tonight
But,
at Art House.
and it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Okay. Well, I'll just do maybe a couple of Irish songs, and we'll come back to Hali and Randy. But thank you so much, and let me put myself in the spotlight. And here I am, and let me try to get my head in there too. All right, now, I really wanted to sing some Irish songs. I don't have Irish heritage. I'm kind of like Hali, although I'm Jewish mixed from Germany on my father's side, but my mother's side, I think they came from pretty close to where Hali's ancestors came from. Never sure whether it's Ukraine or Russia, and at the time it was probably Russia. but my mother had an Irish nurse when she was growing up, so she kind of liked Ireland, and instead of John, she would sometimes like to call me Sean. So we'll try to go with that, you know. So this is a song about Dick Darby, the cobbler. Oh, my name is Dick Darby, I'm a cobbler. I'm serving me time at old camp. Some call me an old agitator, but now I am bound to repent. With me inkling of an Ido, with me inkling of an Ide, with me roo-boo-boo run-day, and me lapstone keeps bedding away. Now it's 40 long years I have traveled, all by the contents of me pack. Me hammers, me awls, and me pincers, I carry them all on me back. With the inkling of an Ido, with the inkling of an Ide, with me roo-boo-boo run-day, and me lobstone keeps bedding away. Now my father was hung for sheep stealing, me mother was burned for a witch, me sister's a dandy housekeeper, and I'm a mechanical switch. With me inkling of an Ido, with me inkling of an Ide, with me roo-boo-boo run-day, and me lobstone keeps bedding away. Now these are kind of misogynist verses, so Hali and Victoria and everybody, you better put your hands over your ears, I don't know. But they're traditional. Oh, my wife, she is humpy, she's lumpy. My wife, she's the devil, she's cracked. And no matter what I may do with her, her tongue, it goes clickety-clack. With me inkling of an Ido, with me inkling of an Ide, with me roo-boo-boo run-day, and me lobstone keeps bedding away. So here's what Dick Darby did. 'Twas early one fine summer's morning, a little before it was day, I dipped her 3 times in the river, and carelessly bade her good day. With me inkling of an Ido, with me inkling of an Ide, with me roo-boo-boo run-day, and me lobstone keeps bedding away. Oh well.
John, I'm going to give you a slight break. This will only take a second. This is the only Irish song I know, and if you think that was bad, how do you like this?
Okay, go.
Oh, Larry is dead. You got to put me in the spotlight to be heard?
I'm gonna put you in the spotlight.
Okay, it'll only take 10 seconds, and you'll hate it. Oh, Leary is dead, and O'Reilly don't know it. O'Reilly is dead, and O'Leary don't know it. They're both of them dead in the very same bed, and neither one knows it. The other one's dead. O'Leary is dead, and O'Reilly don't know it. O'Reilly. Okay, that's enough of that.
Okay.
That's
So
the
here-
only Irish song I know, and
Okay,
I'm
so
half
here-
Irish.
Well, there's this Irishman, he comes from the old country, and he goes in this bar every day, and but he says to the bartender, "Give me a whiskey and one for my brother back in Ireland." And the bartender pours 2 drinks every time, and this goes on for years. And then one day he comes in and he says, "Oh, just give me 1 drink." And the bartender goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. What happened to your brother?" He goes, "Nothing happened to me, brother. I stopped drinking."
God. Oh Lord.
So when you were singing that song, we weren't sure he dipped her 3 times in the river. Did that mean he drowned her, or was she getting baptized?
I think you have to use your own imagination here. Well, we won't sing the evil Tom Lear song that starts off about a maid, I'll sing a song, sing rickety tickety tin. About a maid, I'll sing a song who didn't have her family long. Not only did she do them wrong, but she did every one of them in. She did every. All right, we won't sing the rest of that song. All right, I'll sing another song that I think is presumably Irish. It's Let Me Spotlight Myself, and it's called Little Beggarman. And I believe it's also called Little Red-Haired Boy or something like that. And I'm going to, at my own risk here, do what Randy does so well, try a little flat picking, and we'll see if I can do that. I am a little beggarman, and begging I have been for 80 or more on this little Isle of Green. Known from the Liffey down to Segoo, and I'm known by the name of Old Johnny Dew. Of all the trade that's going, sure begging is the best, for when a man is tired he can sit down and rest. Beg for his dinner, he has nothing else to do, only cut around the corner with his old rigadoo. I slept in the barn down at Caravan. Wet night came on and I slept till the dawn. Holes in the roof and the rain coming through, and the rats and the cats, they were playing peekaboo. When who did I awaken but the woman of the house, with her white spotty apron and her calico blouse. She began to frighten and I said, "Boo! Don't be afraid, ma'am, it's only Johnny Dew." Flaxy-haired girl one day. "Good morning, little flaxy-haired girl," I did say. "Good morning, little beggarman, and how do you do with your rags and your tags and your old rigadoo? I'll buy a pair of leggings, a collar and a tie, and a nice young lady I'll fetch by and by. I'll buy a pair of goggles and I'll color them blue, and an old-fashioned lady I will make her too. Now over the road with my pack on my back, over the fields with my great heavy sack, with holes in my shoes and my toes peeping through, singing skinny marinka-doodle-doo and old Johnny Dew. I must be going to bed, for it's getting late at night. The fire's all raked and out goes the light. So now you've heard the story of my old rigadoo. It's goodbye and God be with you, says old Johnny Dew. Well, we will go back to Hali and Randy.
All right. Well, here's a song. It's not an Irish song, but it's from across. It's from across the pond,
nonetheless.
So.
Little low, a little higher. Is that good?
Try it.
Mother was washing her baby one night, the youngest of 10. And a delicate mite. The baby was poor, mother was poor, and the baby was thin. 'Twas naught but an skeleton covered with skin. The mother turned round for the soap off the rack. She was only a moment But when she turned back, her baby was gone, and in anguish she cried, "Oh, where has my baby gone?" The angels replied, "Oh, your baby has gone down the plug hole. Your baby has gone down the plug." The poor little thing was so skinny and thin, he should have been washed in a jug, in a jug. Your baby is perfectly happy. He won't need a bath anymore. He's a mucking about with the angels above. Not lost, just gone before.
God.
That was the Cream did that.
Last song on Disraeli
Cream.
Gears, if you remember that.
Oh, yes, Disraeli Gears.
Yeah.
You're going to do Tales of Strange Ulysses now?
Next will be Press Rat and Warthog.
And this song is one I wrote years ago, I guess in the 80s, when I was having a really hard time of things. And I thought about music, and music is the one thing that's always there for us all. And this is called Music Saved My Life Again. 1, 2, 3, G. I was almost suicidal after having a whole tidal wave of problems that came pouring in. My whole life was at a place I felt just like a basket case. No matter what, I couldn't win. I was choking with emotion, couldn't handle the commotion of my world as it was crumbling in. Then I started into singing, what a joy that music's bringing. Music saved my life again. Oh, music saved my life again. Always there, my special friend. All I have to do is hear it, and it lifts up all my spirits, and I'm able to go on again. Oh, music is a precious thing, and all you've got to do is sing. Oh, there's nothing like that feeling, it's the sweetest kind of healing. Music saved my life again. So if you're feeling down and out, wondering what life is all about, and doubting how you could belong, if everything is inside out and all you want to do is shout, just turn that energy into a song. You can tune up your guitars or just hum a few bars as long as you are tuning in. And then after a short while, you'll feel your frown turn to a smile. You'll feel like music saved your life again. Oh, music saved my life again. Always there, my special friend. All I have to do is hear it, and it lifts up all my spirits, and I'm able to go on again. Oh, music is a precious thing, and all you've got to do is sing. Oh, there's nothing like that feeling, it's the sweetest kind of healing. Music saved my life again.
Wonderful.
Yes, it does. You want to do one?
Yeah. Sure. Why don't we do Smile? We'll
Okay.
do Smile with a Rose.
Okay.
Practice more songs we're doing tonight. Is that in tune?
This is is one Randy wrote at the San Francisco Folk Club camp in Boulder Creek.
And you've probably heard it before, but it's still fun.
But there are new people joining us today, so
Oh, that's right.
they wouldn't have heard it.
Okay, one. Take a shower with a rainbow. Trade a smile with a rose. Grow a tree from a seedling. That's the way it goes. Raise a gaggle of bird friends. Take a walk with the moon. When the blues come a knocking, they'll make the getaway soon. You ask, how can we make it through this world year after year, where storms and wars and lies all vie to make life disappear? It takes good friends and lots of love to try and persevere. Keep in mind how little things can bring a bit of cheer. Take a shower with a rainbow. Trade a smile with a rose. Grow a tree from a seedling. That's the way it goes. Raise a gaggle of bird friends. Take a walk with the moon. When the blues come a knocking, they'll make the getaway soon. Just keep life real and simple. Don't take more than you need. It's tough enough to weather other people's hate and greed. Keep counting on the darkness to wither in the light. When people join together to set the world aright. Take a shower with a rainbow. Trade a smile with a rose. Grow a tree from a seedling. That's the way it goes. Raise a gaggle of bird friends. Take a walk with the moon. When the blues come a knocking, they'll make the getaway soon. This world's so full of trouble, this we know too well. But I'd rather seek out places where kindness still can dwell. Until we're all one family, keep working toward that goal. All our lights join and ignite, so dark won't take its toll. Take a shower with a rainbow. Trade a smile with a rose. Grow a tree from a seedling. That's the way it goes. Raise a gaggle of bird friends. Take a walk with the moon. When the blues come a knocking, they'll make the getaway soon. When the blues come a knocking, they'll make the getaway soon.
Cute. Hey, John, I thought of one. I'll sneak it in real quick.
All right.
Would you like to do Amazing Grace today, John?
I can do it, but go ahead, sing your Irish song. Hello, Eugene in Kauai. All right, hang
All
on.
right. Oh, okay. When Irish eyes are smiling, oh, it's like a breath of spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, sure the world seems bright and gay. But when Irish eyes are smiling, sure did steal your heart away.
All right, beautiful.
There, that's not dark and deadly.
Oh, beautiful. Well, Randy, I just have to ask uh, if I take a shower with a rainbow, do I use Irish Spring soap? Is that what I do?
Oh, I don't know. That line actually came from back at the old scout camp in Santa Cruz, where we used to have the folk music camps. It had a roofless shower, so you'd be taking a shower in the middle of the afternoon, and this little circular rainbow would form around your head with the drops bouncing off it. So that's where that came from.
Wow,
I don't know about Irish Spring. I'm a Dr. Bronner's person myself.
all right. Well, let me just take a little drink of water here, so my throat lasts through the whole song in an amazing way. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious dear that grace appeared the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already run. 'Twas grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. All right.
All right.
Very
yay.
nice.
Thank you, everyone. And I don't think we had a new person on today. I thought they were coming, but they're not. But we're happy to have all the people who are on. And Victoria, I think you've got a new activity director on, right?
Yes, I
Oh,
think
great.
so. We've got from Pittsburgh Skilled Nursing, we've got Melanie, and she did good today, and
Hello,
we're
Melanie.
helping her set a garden up out there too.
All right.
All right. So have a wonderful week and stay positive and sing every once in a while.
Uh-huh.
And
As
Barbara
much
and
as you
Steve,
can.
nice to see you guys.
So lovely to hear all of you.
Oh, thanks,
Great
Barbara.
to hear
Eugene.
you, Hallie and Randy. And boy, you write great songs, both of you.
Really
I
good
certainly
ones.
do.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Well,
Thanks for sharing your family histories.
Uh-huh. Well, that's who we are. That's, that's why we're here now.
Yes.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. See you next week.